Hi, I am Roxana from VP Estate, and in this video we'll look at how to manage contacts inside the WPResidence CRM. Contacts are the heart of your real estate CRM. Every buyer, seller, tenant, landlord or investor you work with can be stored here in one organized database. This is where you keep contact information, lead source, life cycle stage, assigned agent, buyer preferences, private notes, viewed properties, tasks, deals, and the full history of each relationship. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to open the contact section, add a new contact, understand the main fields, use filters, manage the contact detail page, and organize your database with tags. The contact section is found in user dashboard under the CRM section. What you see here depends on your role. Administrators can see every contact in the system. Agents can see the contacts they own or the contacts assigned to them. This keeps the CRM clean for individual agents while still giving administrators full visibility across the business. To add a new contact manually, click Add Contact button. The contact form is organized into several sections, so the information is easier to complete. You do not need to fill every field right away. Start with the most important information, then add more details as the relationship develops. The form includes personal details, contact information, address, social profiles, lead information, buyer preferences, and a private note section. Start with personal information. Here you can add the contact prefix, first name and last name. This section helps you keep the contact record clear and professional, especially when working with many clients across larger agency or team. Next, complete the contact info details. Here you can add the email address, mobile number, home phone number, and work phone. The email address is the most important field because the CRM uses it to detect duplicates. If a contact already exists with the same email address, the CRM can merge new data into existing contact instead of creating a duplicate record. So add the correct email address. This keeps your database cleaner and avoids having the same person stored multiple times. The address section lets you add the street name, city, county, state, zip code, and country. This is useful when you work with sellers, landlords, investors, or clients from specific locations. Next, you can add social profiles. The CRM supports fields for Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook URLs. These fields are optional, but they can be useful when your agent also communicates with clients through social channels. The lead information section is where the contact becomes more useful for your sales process. First, choose the lifecycle stage. The default lifecycle stages are new lead, contacted, appointment set, active client, under contact, or closed. These stages describe where the contact is in their journey with you. For example, a new website inquiry may start as a new lead. After you reply, you can move them to contacted. If they agree to meet, they can move to appointment set. If they start working with you actively, they can become an active client. If a transaction is in progress, they can move to under contact, and when the process is finished, they can move to closed. If the default stages are not enough or you need different details, the admin can change the default elements in admin CRM settings. Here, you can change the lifecycle stages and replace the default ones with your own. Going back to front end, next you'll have lead source. This tells you where the contact came from. The default options include website, referral, social media, portal, Zillow, realtor.com, walk-in, phone, email, and other. If you need more lead sources, the admin can change them and add new one in CRM settings. Next, you go to lead type. This can be buyer, seller, tenant, landlord, investor, or other. You can add the source link. You can also set the contact status, which is active, inactive, VIP, and blocked. These elements can also be managed by admin. In CRM settings, you can change the labels and add your own. And finally, choose the assigned agent. This is the agent responsible for managing the relationship with that contact. These fields are important because they help you filter, organize, and report on your database later. Next, you'll have tags. Tags are flexible labels that help you organize contacts beyond your standard CRM fields. For example, you can use tags like luxury, cash buyer, weekend viewing only, past client, and so on. Tags can be added, separated. They are useful when something matters to your team but does not need a separate formal field. Next, you'll have buyer preferences. This section is where you can save what the contact is looking for. You can add minimum and maximum price, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, area, and preferred location. So instead of remembering what every person wants manually, you can store their criteria directly inside the contact record. Saving that information here makes future follow-up much easier. The last section is private notes. This is an internal note visible only to user who can see the contact. Use this field for useful content. For example, client prefers phone calls in the afternoon. Good notes make the CRM much more valuable because they help every team member understand the relationship quickly. Now save the contact. The contact is now part of your CRM database. From here you can open the contact detail page, add notes, create tasks, attach details, review their activity, and continue moving the relationship forward. To open a contact form, click the contact name from the list, or from action, press view detail button. From this page you can see full activity timeline, add notes, add tasks, attach deals, view properties the contact has looked at, send matching listings by email if buyer preferences are available. You can also edit the contact and change lifecycle or reassign to a different agent. This is the page your agents will use when following up with a client. Instead of searching through emails, notes, and separate spreadsheets, they can open the contact and see the relationship history in one place. As your database grows, filters become very important. The contact list includes filters for lifecycle stage, lead source, lead type, assigned agent, status, or tags, and date range. As your database grows, filters become very important. The contact list includes filters for lifecycle stage, lead source, lead type, assigned agent, status, tags, date range, and a search by name, email, phone, or city. A contact is the person behind that request. When the contact becomes a serious opportunity, you can create a lead. And when that lead is connected to a specific property or transaction, you can create a deal. So the workflow is inquiries, contacts, leads, deals. The contact record connects all of this together. That's how you manage contacts in the WPResidence CRM. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get instant notifications on new videos.